And welcome back to the channel. This is Electric Bike Mark, and on this video we are going to be riding the ENGWE cargo e-bike today, and this is the Voyager 2.0, and this is a class 2 and class 3 e-bike, meaning it is a 20 miles per hour / 28 miles per hour. And we're going to hop on and talk about just that very thing, speeds, and about whether it's safe or not riding on roads at 20 miles per hour, because the way we're heading, not allowing 28 miles per hour seems to be the way we're going, especially in places, well, New Jersey's completely, I mean, they've got all e-bikes now needing to be registered and licensed. But let's talk about going 20 miles per hour or even up to 28 miles per hour and whether that's fast enough. Now I'm going to go on a road right here for a short distance that has no bike lanes at all. I'm not going to go far on this road. I'm going to connect to another road that does have a bike lane, and then that bike lane disappears. So here we go. This is a 2-lane each direction, and I believe the top speed is 20 or is 30 or 35. I can't remember which. This road, like I say, is either 30 or 35, but the other road we're going to go on with a bike lane is 35. And do you feel comfortable? Like, I'm going to crank up my pedal assist to 3. This is this bike does have a torque sensor, and so we're going to get out here. Like, do you feel safe like this, for example? This is not really safe with no bike lane, but it's perfectly legal here anyway to be able to ride on this road. They even have signs on some of the roads. Some roads I just will not go on without bike lanes, and some of them have 3 lanes, and I'm just not going to do it. This road I don't mind going on for short distance, but even this, see how that car goes around me into the other lane. It's not convenient for the rider, it's not convenient for the cyclist, it's downright dangerous, really. And it's dangerous for the rider. You know, it could be let's face it, it could be downright nerve-wracking. Now we're on a road that has a bike lane. It's not the widest bike lane in the world, though. And you can see up ahead here, we got the speed limit 35 miles per hour, okay? So, and here I am. I'm going to crank up my speed here, go a little faster. This is a torque sensor, so the harder I pedal, the faster we'll go. So, even getting up to the 20 or even 28 miles per hour, when you have cars going faster than you because the speed limit is faster for them, do you feel comfortable riding in these conditions? And look, then you run into situations where there's debris in the bike lane, and you got to slow up or go around that. There's a lot of things that happen. You know, you have to basically be fully alert of your surroundings and what's going on. And you just got to hope that the driver of the cars are not nodding off to sleep or anything, because that could be a tough situation. Now, what I would like to see is either wider lanes, or I would like to see, even better than that, protected lanes, or even better than that, separated lanes, completely separate from the road. And the argument the other way is always, first of all, there's 2 things that'll come up. First of all, who's paying for it? And the second question will be, how can we do that? Do we put this road, for example, down to 1 lane? Well, look, I've said countless times that a lot of sidewalks that I see in my rides, like the one you're seeing right here, there's never anybody on the sidewalk in a lot of places. So what if we just traded the, no, people aren't going to go for this, but traded the sidewalk for a bike. Here's the other thing to consider. When you're on a bike trail or bike path, shared path, I shouldn't call it bike because it's a multi-use path, but when you're on that, you're sharing it, right? And it's not legal to ride on the sidewalk though. Look at the cars going by here. I wonder how many people out there, let me know if you feel you'd be nervous with cars driving like that, right that close. But the sidewalk is kind of like a multi-use path, really, when you think about it, because some of the multi-use paths that I've gone on are no wider than that sidewalk. In fact, some of them are even narrower. Just a thought, I don't know. Just me thinking out loud here. I think if we had it more safe, especially separated lanes, like completely separate from the road, I think you'd get a lot more people out on bikes. And the thing is, with that, you'd be able to cut down in speed. You don't need to have an e-bike go that fast. You're not competing with cars then. So you wouldn't need to be going 28 even. 20 would probably be perfect, you know. The only reason why I think you need to go faster is the safety, in my opinion, of riding with traffic as opposed to traffic going around you. That's dangerous for both you and the rider, the driver, especially you, the rider. I mean, that's like, I've been in a lot of bike lanes. You guys have as well. And how many times have you had it almost feel like the car is right on top of you, or truck? And I've mentioned this in the past, but one of the worst for me is when you have a big rig, tractor trailer going by, and the backdraft that it kicks up there, it'll almost blow you right off the road. You got to really be hanging on there and be ready for that. You know, the other one that's dangerous is cars coming out of driveways and don't see you, or they don't even pay attention. You basically have to assume that somebody's coming out of a driveway. Be ready for all of that stuff, because they're not going to be. And you're better to be safe than sorry. So, but yeah, I think if we had our own separated or even protected bike lanes instead of the ones that are narrow, it would be a lot safer. Now here, I'm going to show you right here, it's wide. Look at how wide this bike lane is here. Now that's great, but then if you look straight up ahead, we're going to come up to that. I'm going to be turning left up there anyway, but look at this car ahead. Now in this state where I am, which is Tennessee, he's parked off to the side, but still, did you know it's illegal for a car to park in a bike lane? And this is a bike lane, and he's parked in the bike lane. Luckily, like I say, this lane is wide where I can still go around him and not exit my bike lane, but still, on the lanes that aren't that wide, like the one I was just on earlier there, a car parked on there, for example, would just leave you to having to go around them, which is dangerous too. The whole thing, if you want to really sum it up with one word, is infrastructure. We're probably way too early now. E-bikes are so much in this part of the world in the early stages, and everything is just, you know, it's trying to take shape. The fact that we're being pulled in all different directions though isn't good, and we need some structure that is the same for everywhere. We can't have, in my opinion, one state having these laws and one state having those laws. We need to kind of make it a universal thing. Like, what makes one state feel the bikes are this way? Like, for example, New Jersey, where they think it needs to be licensed, insured, registered, the whole bit, plated. And then other states haven't done that, at least yet. We need to get kind of a universal thing where everybody's on board. And that would make it so much easier for the rider and the manufacturer. Because you're not having to make a particular bike for one state and then a different one for another, because they have different laws. This is a big year though, and I've mentioned this before. This is a big year. 2026, 2027 is going to be a very interesting year, as where we are now and where we will be a year from now. I'll be really curious to see where we're at, how much difference it is, because I'm afraid it's like there's like a surprise package in front of us, but it's not one of those pleasant surprise packages. It's a a downer surprise package, and I'm afraid to peek in it or open it, because I don't know what's going to be in there for sure. But anyway, I just want to get out and talk a little bit about that, and whether you feel safe riding on a road below speed limit, whether there is a bike lane there or not, and how wide the bike lane is. Does that matter to you? If it was a wider bike lane, would you feel better? Or would you rather have a protected lane or a completely separate lane? Let me know your thoughts. We're talking mostly about road in this video, as opposed to trails and multi-use paths. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you very much for joining me on Electric Bike Mark today. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. That's much appreciated. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to leave a comment on this or any other videos that you've seen on the channel, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. And once again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, be safe everyone, and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.